guys, it's First Lady Speaks, and thank you for joining my channel again today. Today I want to talk to you about coming from rehearsal to recital. That's coming from rehearsal to recital. I know it kind of sounds crazy, but to me it's very, very interesting. So one thing I want you to understand what rehearsal is, I want you to understand what recital is. So if you know what it means to rehearse, and then you know what it means to recital. Right now, when you're in the planning stage of your life, or you decided to transition to something else, that's part of your rehearsal, which means you're starting something new and on to a new journey. As I was saying, going from rehearsal to recital, what that means, you have to know your spirituality of your own self within your own body as a person, who you are. So once you realize and understand who you are as a person, your spirituality, inner being, which will tell you a lot about how you will manage to go from rehearsal to recital in your life. And that determines pretty much everything that you need to know, because if you connect with your inner spirit, you will understand that in life, everything that you put in your body, everything that you listen to, everything that you, your energy, everything that you really channel yourself to is really what you're going to release out to the world. So you have to understand that whatever you put inside you is what you're going to produce out for everyone else. So if you're happy, you're going to produce happy things. If you're sad, you're going to produce sad things. If you're depressed, you're going to produce depressed things. If you think negatively, you're gonna produce negative things. So your energy and your inner spirit is everything that needs to be channeled in the correct and what really needs to be channeled towards positive thoughts, positive energy, positive vibes, positive friends, everything. Because if you're not aware of the things that you're thinking, you will really walk around and speak those things into your life if you're not careful, because your inner spirit tells you everything about your personality of who you are. And a lot of people don't understand when they say, I don't understand why they talk to me this way, or I don't understand why they judge me this way. And no one should judge, but it's done every day. People are stereotyped because of the way they carry themselves. Because a person would judge you or perceive you a certain way before they get to know you as a person of who you really are. So with that being said, you have to understand that in life, that is just how life is. So you have to learn how to channel everything that's inside of your spirituality. I was just thinking the other day, like, I connect with my silence all the time, and my silence tell me everything within me, because when I'm sitting thinking, I'm constantly asking myself, why are you thinking this? I'm looking at my surroundings and or thinking about things that happened the day before to figure out what's bringing this energy to me, what's making me do the things that I'm doing. That's because I'm connecting, and I am connected with my inner spirit, because I can walk around, and because a lot of people perceive me the wrong way because of the color of my eyes. And just like when you look at a cat, sometimes, me personally, and I'm speaking for myself, sometimes the cat will scare me because the way their eyes look. So my eyes, and because of the color of my eyes, a lot of people think I'm mean because I'm light-skinned and the way my eyes look. Sometimes my eye color change all the time of whatever I wear, and a lot of times they would change colors to my mood. So people perceive me to be a lot of times, and I get it a lot, they think I'm mean. Then once they talk to me, then once they realize I'm definitely not what they thought I was, then that's when they channel or or treat me differently. So I've trained myself now, because I always have this serious look. So I trained myself now to smile, because life is not so serious. I tell people all the time, don't take things serious. Have fun, live life. And I always ask, like, do you know who your inner spirit is? Like, you have to know who you are as a person. And you would not let what someone else thinks and how they feel or what they're doing predict or make you feel or judge your day. Because at the end of the day, it's all about you. You is what carries your prediction of your future or what happens throughout that day. And I like to use a lot of my messages of how I talk to my children, and mainly my daughter, because she is a very emotional young lady, and I have to really get her to understand that you can't control people around you. You can't make someone understand what you're going through, or no one is going to understand your journey, and what your journey is for you and you only. And if your friends or the people around you, if they really care, they will be there no matter what. So I'm helping her understand her inner spirit. She's doing a great job. I feel like, she's a very mature young girl, and she's learning. So a lot of things that I have learned throughout life is about experiences. That's the only thing I talk about, is experience. If I have not experienced it, I'm definitely not going to talk about it. So your inner spirit deals with your relationship with yourself. You have to understand, you have to have relations with yourself. You have to have a relationship with yourself. So if you don't have a relationship with yourself, you're never going to know the world outside yourself, because you don't have a relationship with yourself. Your relationship deals with your self-esteem. Your relationship deals with how you carry yourself throughout life. Your relationship, it deals with, it shows who you are as a person. So I didn't get all this and understand this maybe like 3 years ago. I didn't get any of this. And I decided that I wanted to get to know who I was as a person, because I found myself always pleasing other people. And once I did that, I realized that, I was going to lose a lot of people in the process, because at that moment, it was when I realized it's time for me to understand who I am. And I needed a relationship with me, because I didn't understand that, I couldn't please everybody. I was trying to, but I had to realize I couldn't do that. It's going to be people that don't like me. It's going to be people who don't agree with me, and that's okay, because you're entitled to that. And I'm not feeling any type of way because of that. That's who you are as a person. But I want people to understand and know, just because how you feel, that doesn't change me as a person. And your inner spirit is such a beautiful thing once you get to know who you are as a person. So once you get all that and you understand that, you take yourself from rehearsal and you take yourself to recital. Because at that point, it's time for you to go out in this world and do everything that you said you wanted to do. Don't let other people stop you because you feel like they're not going to help you. Your journey is not their journey. Your life decisions on what you're trying to do is not for them to understand. Now, if they want to be there and help you and coach you along the way, then that's fine. That's even better. But majority of the time, you're not going to have anyone there with you. You got to understand, the only person that you need in your corner is God. That's it, and that's all. So as y'all can see my background, I'm in a hotel. As I told you guys, I am a traveling nurse, and right now I'm in California. It's such a big time difference. I've noticed that since being here, there's been a lot of changes that I had to change and adjust to. I had jet lag for about a week. It was crazy. So back to what I was saying, which is going from rehearsal to recital. So I just want you to understand that don't allow what others think or feel or say about you make you or bring you out of your element, because when people do evil things or say evil things or try to be vindictive or hurt you, that tells you the type of person that they are. So it's kind of off, but I just wanted to say that because that was on my spirit. And it's just, I just think that people that just go out of their way to just do things just to be bothered by you, that's something that they have to deal with. You keep doing what you're doing, being the person that you are, and continue to go from rehearsal to recital. I know that right now I'm in my season of recital. I'm doing things that I said I wanted to do. I rehearsed it so many times. I wrote it down so many times. I read over it so many times. Back home, I have a prayer room that I have, and it's so many notes in there stuck to my wall. It's so many things that I speak over my life. And at that time, I was rehearsing. I was speaking to God. That was my rehearsal to Him. And I told Him exactly what I wanted. And right now, I'm in recital. So anything that you put your mind to, you can do it no matter what. Don't ever think that something is too big for you to reach it. You got to start small and work your way to it. So that's rehearsal. When you writing it down, when you not certain of how you're going to get there, but you planning it out, you are in rehearsal. But one thing I want you to understand, you can't be in rehearsal for too long. You gotta take yourself out of rehearsal and into recital. Let's get this stuff done. If you say you want to open up a business, open that business. Don't be afraid. Step out on faith. You know, they say mustard seed, and that is so serious. That's one thing that if you have faith on anything that you want to do in life, you will get it done. It will happen no matter what. I don't care how many no's you get. Eventually, it's going to be one yes, and that one yes is going to open doors to everything that you wanted to do. And I was just having a conversation again with my daughter, and I was telling her, you know, when I first started doing sales, I was so overwhelmed. I was nervous. I didn't want to do it because I didn't want people, you know, laughing at me, all types of stuff. Even doing this speaking, this was something that I rehearsed for so long. And now I'm in recital. You can just, all you have to do is just put in your mind and just do it. Don't think about who's watching. Don't think about who's whispering. Don't do any of that. Just smile and keep going, because at the end of the day, trust me, you're going to get a lot of no's. You're going to get that, and that's just going to build you up, and just keep going. Just keep going, and then that one yes or that one opportunity is going to come. And when that opportunity comes, it's going to be so, you're going to be so overwhelmed, because you're going to be so happy that it finally came, and all those nights of crying, all those late nights up working is gonna come to an end, because it's gonna be paid off, and you're gonna be so happy that you did it. So take yourself from rehearsal to recital. Let's get it done. Stop making excuses. Stop procrastinating, and let's do it. Because I procrastinated for a long time. I really did. I really, really was so scared. I was so shy because I was afraid of what other people may think or what would happen. I just decided to do it. I don't know about you, but I pray a lot. And when I tell you I pray a lot, I go in my prayer room. If I don't, like right now I'm in California, I don't have a prayer room, but I made a space right in here just for me and God. And before I go to bed every single night, I'm having a conversation with him. In the mornings, I'm having a conversation with him. In the afternoons, I'm having a conversation with him. He's always speaking to me. He's always speaking over my life, because I'm connected with my inner spirit. I'm connected with who I am as a person. I no longer need justification about anything in my life from nobody. I used to go around and thinking like, okay, I need to justify this and ask and make sure they understand why I'm doing this. I don't do that anymore, because I don't need no one to justify or to convey to me about what I should do in my life, or what I think is the right thing for me to do. And I'm not perfect. I still have people that, I still talk to about certain things I'm uncertain about, but I don't need no one to justify or feel like I need to explain my life to anybody, because I'm in recital. I connected with who I was as a person, and I know who I am. My self-esteem is out of this roof, and I don't need no one to really say, you don't need to do this, you don't need to do that, because at the end of the day, the mistakes that I made or the dead walls that I hit, I go right back into my prayer room. I write it down, and I'm speaking to the man above, and that's the person who I need all my answers from. So take yourself from rehearsal to recital. And if you keep rehearsing, you're never going to have recital, because you have rehearsed it for so long, to the point where you just going to move on to something else, and you're going to rehearse that, and you're going to keep rehearsing, and then after a while it's going to be too late, because you waited for so long, and eventually you're going to give up. Don't ever give up on your dreams and your goals. Don't ever do that. Write it down, rehearse it, and after you're done rehearsing, go into recital. Take yourself from rehearsal to recital.